Welcome everyone. Sorry for the long wait. I normally don't like to have you guys wait for 3 or 4 minutes until I start streaming, but I couldn't post on Facebook, and then I forgot I had to go get a drink, so yeah, she was a little bit behind, and nobody seems to be on Discord tonight, so I would jump in my Discord, but nobody's on. So if somebody comes on a little bit later, then I will join in the Discord, I guess. But for now, excuse me, my nose is itchy. I don't know why my nose is always itchy when I go to stream. So we're back on my single player, and I just kind of got everything set up, and we have done one field so far. Hey Chris, how you doing, man? We have peas in this field, and I've gone and made it as big as before. Hey Dan, how you doing? Good to see you. I did leave one batch of trees out here because I kind of like having a few trees, just field's a little bigger. So anyway, we're gonna go make another field bigger, so you're gonna have to bear with me a little bit, and I'm not the greatest at using all this logging equipment. So hey Barnott, how you doing, man? I need to get a, what do you call it, joystick, because the mouse controls on this are, I'm not good with them. But we'll see what we do. We might see what we end up doing. I might just do it the easy way and use a chainsaw, but we'll carry our fire over with us anyway. So we'll see if anybody pops in Discord, and then I will hop in there. But right now, there's no one. All by myself, so I figured no one's on. I might as well do some SP tonight because I don't see anyone. Now I did lease a new drill because I, for some reason, couldn't plant. But I would not recommend driving over your planted fields with this either. But I am, so. My day has been long. I actually just got home. Quickly ate supper. Got home about half an hour ago. We made a trip down south, got some planter parts because we're redoing some stuff on our planter, and we got some straw tarps or hay tarps or whatever, and yeah, so kind of doing, it was a long drive, 3 hours down there, did some stuff, and then came back home. So I don't know if I'm gonna like this. The controls are a little not the greatest with the controls, but apparently that doesn't come out of the bucket, eh? Oh, there we go. Are they, Chris? Yeah, I might have to look at a joystick for using this type of stuff. I believe we need to turn the bucket on. Bunch of different mouse controls too, and I'm just not that versed with it. So yeah, we might need to get some joysticks. Find where I put that fire thing again here. We'll probably end up just using a chainsaw. I just wanted to use this pack a little bit, just because it is really neat. So I like the fire mod. It is pretty cool. I'm not gonna use the thing to grab the branches because it'll take me forever to get them. Oh, it's already burning them. Just like that. This is how I like to do it. I like to you know, cut all the stubs down. The dubs. Trunks, I guess I should say. Not sure where my red reticule is for that one. I can't get a destroy of that one. We'll do it anyway. But we're gonna clear some land, so... Oh, mischief. Oh, you betcha. I got my burn permit. Don't see anybody in Discord tonight. So sad. We might just end up doing the good old-fashioned way. This is the way I like doing it. American chicken barn testing? No, it is not mine. I haven't even fully converted mine to 22. I was actually working on it the other day. It is not fully functional and in-game yet. I mean, I can place it down, but I have lots of stuff that I need to work on. And I highly doubt mine will ever be on the mod hub, so... It's way too high poly for the mod hub, and I'm not changing it. I'm actually adding some stuff, so if I want to do eggs, I can make it a little bit easier for me to come in and pick up eggs with an autoload trailer. Every once in a while. Oh, I can see it there. I'm not sure who is doing it. It says American, but I don't know if it's actually going to be American or not. Some of the people who do American mods don't seem to quite know what they're doing, but they're 30 apiece. Well, that's not bad. Not bad. No, I wanted to stream earlier, like 2 hours ago, but didn't get home any longer, so it's kind of what we're stuck with for now. And I would stream the server, but nobody's on, so SP it is. It's kind of what I did on my last. The good old chainsaw out. Might do this on a few more things, but it's just quicker to go around with the chainsaw. But I'm not gonna do a whole lot because I will bore you guys, because there's some trees up there that I did before, and I swear it took me like a half an hour of chainsawing them. I don't think I want to do that on stream for you guys. That will be awfully boring. We'll do a few anyway. Yeah, last time I got rid of this. Got rid of the ones in the middle here. I think I kept these ones here. I kind of like this little roundabout in here. It's kind of almost too tight for equipment, but I think we'll keep it in there. Oh, 12 programmable buttons. Ooh. What I do to get rid of the ground is we do a little landscaping. Kind of about that size. We just fill all these in. I don't like to do them all, of course. You gotta keep some, but it's too, some of these fields that's just too hectic for course play, and I need to open them up a little bit. I like my more open fields, but I do like the map, so I try not to change too much, you know what I'm saying? How's everyone else doing tonight? Everyone doing good in chat? Yeah, I'm sorry I haven't streamed in, I don't know, a month? I was trying to do more. Oh no, we need to get rid of this tree grove too. My bad, we need to get rid of that tree grove. This one over here. Can't have this one. I do not want this one. So you're gonna have to watch me chainsaw all these trees here, sorry. Swear I won't do much more, and then we'll do a little bit of seeding and stuff. I could probably do some grain hauling as well. I do have some canola, and I should have sold it before now, but I didn't because I wasn't paying attention. So Yeah, they're a little extreme, but there is certain areas in real life that are like this. But yeah, for game purposes, I mean, yeah, it's a good thing Sask made it so you can change it all. So that way everybody can play the map how they like. And you guys are gonna have to watch me just do this little bit of trees here. Then we'll go do something else. I won't bore you with doing this for an hour because some of these fields are going to take a while. I did this once already on my other version 1, which you guys haven't seen because I quit recording footage because this version was coming out. So I thought, well, I don't know why I would play on this map anymore and waste my time changing fields when I just got to do it again, because I loaded all my buildings in here. My last save, I loaded vehicles. The one thing I don't think you've ever been able to do is you can't like load in like your field stuff. And maybe some of that you can, but I'm not messing around with that because you can really foobar some stuff up. I brought over as much as I could from my save that I wanted, and then I just had to repaint the ground and stuff, so it wasn't too bad. Like I said, we'll get moving some canola here right away. Just want to get this little tree grove looked after. Oh, you're working in the rain today? Well, what the heck? I guess you don't have any option, to not. Whatever it's like, you gotta work. That's all it for that. That looks about right. All right. Let's continue on with leveling some areas. Be the last time I'll have to do this. Gotta be careful though where you start leveling from. If you start too close to the edge, then it won't quite level it up as much as we want. I gotta be careful coming over here. I'll leave a little bit. I'll leave that little tiny bit of it. It's gonna look a little bit weird, but that's just what we're gonna do. So put it to about right there or something. It does look weird because you got this culvert with a waterway and it's got nowhere to go. Just say we had some ditching done in the field. Thirsty, not 30. That's perfect. What's wrong with being 30? I'm closer to 40 than I am 30. That's sad, I'll tell you that. We'll probably be getting rid of this whole tree grove as well. And then I got rid of a bunch of this one so we could square up the field. Then, yeah, I kept that little one in the corner. Actually, no, I kept one of these. I think I kept this one. Get rid of this one probably, though. I like to keep a few. I just don't like to get rid of everything. It's not right if I completely make the field bare. You gotta leave some character in it, but... And now we go and I built this ground stuff into the map. It's on the mod hub for placeable, so I use this to do my ground, so I don't gotta come out and disc it all with a vehicle, because that would be a nightmare. But we gotta delete everything first. Oh, it doesn't get... I thought it got rid of the grass. It did before when I did it. Oh, what I did before. Okay, I don't want to do that. I used to get rid of the grass. That's weird. I wonder what gets rid of the grass now. Last time I did this, it got rid of the grass. And it's only getting rid of the bushes now, for some reason. We gotta do some just basic painting first. Huh, can't really get rid of the grass at all. What the heck? I could before, so... that is true. 35 and hangovers are terrible. I don't know what I did before, because I swear the grass went bye-bye when I did this last time. Something fishy is going on. Maybe it's just not gonna work for me. Last time I painted this field down, it got rid of the grass. Deleted all the shrubs, and then all the grass was gone. Weird. You might have to come out and work this, to believe it or not. Which I find extremely weird, because it did not have to last time. Last time I got rid of the grass and the bushes. Some funky stuff has been happening on my save here, so maybe I've already buggered up the map, who knows. Not the greatest mapper person, so could easily mess some stuff up. Yeah, the grass. I did this on the other field. The grass was deleting itself. Then I could come in and place my field ground. But it's not looking that way anymore. Kind of strange. Let's go back to that again. Guess we're gonna have to come in and do some disking, I guess. Bummer. Yeah, usually when you level it, it should clear the grass out, right? Go back to landscaping just for a second. I swear. Yeah, it should clear the grass out, and it is not. Normally it gets rid of it. Yeah, I think something's a little buggered up on this map, maybe. Maybe it doesn't like me painting the ground down like this? I don't know. None of that stuff's getting rid of the grass, which is funny. Alright, that's fine. We will come out and hopefully we can get rid of it. Because the other day I was doing some stuff too, and it couldn't seed anymore with the drill. I couldn't seed my ground. I thought, oh, that could maybe have something to do with it. But yeah, that grass should go away, so much, you know, I do it off stream and it works, and then I go to stream and it doesn't work. That's just usually how stuff works, I'm afraid, when you stream. Just how she goes sometimes. Didn't really want to come out. If I try and put down grass. Oh yeah, I can put it down. See, I can't right click on it either. It just takes my ground away, but I can put the grass down. That's telling me that weird is happening with my save, which is not a big deal. I gotta quit pressing right on the mouse stick. Jeez. Alright. Well, that's gonna change things. Don't have enough horsepower on the Pro Till, I don't think. This four-wheel drive does not like the Pro Till at all. Probably not a suitable tractor for it, but that's what we're going to use right now just to get this ground up. Then we can give you a little tour of the yard if you guys haven't seen it from my single-player series, but... Anybody in Discord yet? Nope. Leave it behind dry. Nobody wants to come visit with me. Alright, let's get our controls out. I might be able to seed right into it, but It'll look a little weird. I'm just gonna disc these edges just a little bit here. Actually, yeah, we're not gonna be able to use this thing. It doesn't have enough power to pull this puppy. Oh, are you kidding me? The grass is not coming off. Oh man. Yeah, we have some weird issues happening on here, don't we? Because that grass should come right off. That is so weird. Unless I turned field mode off. Look at that. Yeah, we got something weird going on with this map. Can't delete the grass. That is very strange. Why was I having a hard time seeding the other day? I'm not sure what I would have changed to mess it up. I didn't touch anything with the field boundaries at all. So that's where I'm a little bit confused. Now, what field is this? This would be a little bit of a both. 51. I will save here anyway. Great. It's exactly what I did not want on stream. So, 50, 51, 7. We could try an F12 it and see what it does. See if it gets rid of the grass. But we can try that, I suppose. 50 and 51. Be the only way to get rid of it, but that's just weird to me. Set field ground. Ground type, stubble tillage, cultivated. Let's just do cultivated. Ground layer, fertilizer. Don't want anything, I don't think. Remove foliage, yes. Buy farmland, I already own it. Stones picked, why not? Weeds none. That doesn't get rid of the grass either. We're gonna have a problem here. That is quite strange and super annoying. No matter what I place on it, it does not go away. It's interesting. Might have a dilemma. Well, it should, now that I've turned it into field ground, it should remove the foliage, but alright. We're gonna try a few more things. If not, we're just gonna sell some canola, and now I'm pissed off. I don't think painting anything down is going to change what we got here, no. Just doesn't make sense why it won't go away. Good. Should be gone. So, unless changing some of this ground stuff in an already existing save is an issue, because I built this placeable field stuff. I put it into the unzipped map that I'm playing on already through my save, so maybe that is a problem. Maybe it doesn't like that. But I didn't really want to start the whole map over again, which at this point, I might have to. I guess I should have checked this before I started playing. Didn't think it'd be an issue, so it's good to know. What do we do if we get rid of the ground? Yeah, it keeps the goddamn grass on there. No. Well, let's go sell some canola, I think. Plant flowers over it. Never. We can't have any flowers on here. Hey, oh, you're onto something. That got rid of it. Ooh, Chris, you might be the smart guy here. Gets rid of the grass now. All right. I don't know why that would get rid of it, but hey, thank you. We'll try that. It's gonna look absolutely hideous, but this for some reason gets rid of all the grass. Explain to me how come this is the only way I can get rid of the grass. I have no idea. Kind of actually a pain in the butt, not gonna lie. What an extra step. Alright, now let's see if I can do my ground and see if it deletes it. Oh, it still doesn't. Oh, there we go. At least deletes that. Alright, we just gotta do an extra step. What a pain in the butt. Now I can paint over it. I still can't paint over the flowers, but that's fine. Well, now I gotta go in and do this. I'm gonna be broke. All this landscaping I'm doing. By the time I take the time to do all this, I could have just come and disc the field. Ah, joys. And I'll have to come and fix up all these field edges, make them look nice. Cool. At least we're getting rid of the grass, because we do not want it. Now watch, I probably won't be able to seed on this field. It would be screwed. I had something weird going on last time, and then I couldn't seed in the field. I don't know. Sometimes it's just better to start over. Hey. Now I can at least do this. Yeah, well, it could have been something on my end too. A lot of times when people are like, stuff's not working, it's usually because they've messed it up. Welcome to being able to mod a game, so. I would think it'd be pretty hard for Giants to be like, oh, you know, we're not sure how somebody's going to play our game, and some of the stuff people do, like, yeah, you kind of wonder what they're doing playing a farm game in the first place. I just like doing this because before you'd work up the fields and you'd come in with a disc, and I just felt like it took like an hour. Well, we're almost taking an hour right now just to do this, but before it was a little too much, I thought. So, but now I'll go in and fix the field edge a bit just so we make it look all fancy. I did add another 6, like a lot of stuff that, like if you go and look at South Sask yard and stuff and the gravel he's added. So I added all of it right here because he's built his farms in this gravel, but when you go to play the game, you can't actually paint it down. Hey, Drosty! Are you around? Don't see you in Discord. Nobody is around, so I'm on my own. Hey, well, it worked, Chris, so thank you for that. Yeah, the stuff that he built the farms with, you can't actually place down in game, which bothers me. And somebody built such a nice map in farmyards, why do you not have those things placed down? Obviously I'm missing the 110, but now I can actually match the gravel in the yards to what I placed down. That just doesn't make sense when somebody builds a map and builds the yards and stuff in GE that you don't have in game. Well, it's like, okay, well, that's, can't match your yard up with anything else, and that just I don't know, I don't get it why people do that. But anyway, I always have to fix that myself, usually. If you're gonna put stuff in your map, you should make those, like, there's so many different paintable ground types in GE that you can have on your map. It's all base game. Oh, you're watching movies? Boo. I wondered why nobody was in here. I was like, I guess I'm gonna stream some single player. My wife's curling, so I'll go watch her tomorrow. I think 4 o'clock. I can go watch her game tomorrow. So I'll stream tonight while she's curling, and then I'll go watch her tomorrow. Do have to do a little bit of work in the morning. We got to reload our truck. That's going to take a load of bales tomorrow. We got to load that. We got to unload all our goodies that we got today. There, so we're trying to make our corners. I'll be taking this waterway out too, but try and tidy up our edges here a little bit because I don't want them to be super ugly. Want to be. Then we'll go haul some canola and make some money. Try to anyway. Could hold the canola for another year, but I kind of don't want to. So, all right. So we kind of got a little bit of clearing done, but that's all I'm gonna put you guys through. So, because it is kind of painful to watch. So, I don't expect you guys to watch me a whole hour do that. These things are slow. Everything is just white. Probably because you're missing textures or something, I would assume. Depends how you're editing it. If it shows up white, it can't load the textures, so it can't find the file paths. If you right click on... Oh, we lost our fire. If you right click on the i3D, you'll see the file paths, and there's a bunch of dots and a bunch of lines. That means the file paths are not in the mod. That sometimes when I'm trying to like in-game something quickly and I just want to throw like a quick texture on it, I'll throw it off another mod in my folder or something like that. And if you don't go and correct that file path later, it will lose the texture and it'll be white. So like on my computer it can find it, but if I send it to a buddy, well, it won't be able to find that file because that file is in a different folder on my computer, not the mod itself, so it will be white for them. So usually your file paths are messed up. So I don't know what you're doing to edit them if you're messing the file paths up that bad. How many acres we farm in real life? Just right around 3K. You don't have to take any textures out. Depends how you have it zipped, or did you zip it back up, or the file paths are wrong if they're showing up white. Actually, I don't know where we want to put this thing. May park it over here in the... Oh, hit my truck. It's no big deal. I'll just put it over here for now. But yeah, I think we'll... I have to give myself some money back. I think we actually probably wasted 400,000 in landscaping, and I don't have the I don't have that one landscape mod or landscaping for free on. I mean, if you're putting gravel down, technically you should be charged because in real life you'd be paying for the gravel, right? But like I was doing some field stuff there, field improvements, but I am gonna add a little bit of money back. We'll add 300K, that should be good enough. Back up around 1 million. You load a map in GE, then say you delete a building. It depends on the hierarchy. If you're deleting a transform out of GE and the stuff below it all is scripted in, you're changing all the nodes of that stuff underneath that building. So if there's a building and say it's node 9-0 or whatever, and the mod underneath it's 9-1, and you delete that building, then that thing underneath it becomes 9-0. It's no longer 9-1. So then wherever it's scripted, the scripting can no longer find it. So if somebody's dynamically loaded that stuff in, you've now changed the hierarchy in the map, and it will be white because it cannot find it. So you need to be super careful when you're deleting stuff. You're deleting stuff out of a transform, delete the stuff in the transform, but don't delete the transform. Or if you're going to do it properly, delete everything, and then you need to go through and rescript everything, because that's what you're doing. You're messing it up. You go and delete stuff, you're changing the hierarchy. And that is no. I mean, sorry, it's not, no, you can't do it, but you either need to go back and re-script the stuff that you've changed, or usually if you want to be lazy, just delete the stuff out of the transform, but leave the transform, because the transform will still stay 9.0, and the stuff below it will be 9.1, 9.2, or, you know, and so forth. It's kind of hard to explain, but... yeah, in real life, we do have a lot of big equipment. That's kind of why I'm farming this map with a fair bit of equipment as well. But this tractor is not going to cut it on this Pro-Till, so I should have known that. I was kind of being a fool. I'm not even sure why I have this tractor, to be honest. Do we have any problems with getting solid manure to work? Not really. I used to have it where you placed it in the pens. And then eventually I did some scripting, and now it just shows up without having to place manure in the pens. It just changed a little bit of scripting, looked at a few things that were out there that had it, and then it works. So I have not had any problems. There's a few people that have asked me, and I haven't responded back in my PMs to a couple people, but there... So who knows? It is doable. Probably don't get something messed up or something. Oh my god, this auger is so slow. Main crops we grow. Canola. We do hard red wheat. We do CPS wheat. We do malt barley. We do feed barley. We do peas. We've done flax. We've done faba beans. We do a bunch of silage corn. What else do we do? Well, I think that's probably it. Canola, wheat, barley, and we do like 8 different varieties of stuff, so. Got any pointers to a pen with it? Yeah, mine, no. I'll have to probably show you what I did. I don't think anybody else out there has it. I think everyone else is well, technically, actually, I know one you could try. I think Lancy Boy's on the mod hub. His, did he just put a dairy barn out or something? I think he has manure that shows up in a pile in his pen. So that would be one public one you could look at. So I'm busy at the moment, but take a look at that one. I think, let me just check here. I'm pretty sure he said it had manure built into it. But she said he was the first. He's definitely not the first. Other people have done it, just most people haven't publicly shared it. I'm trying to think. Somebody else did it too. Let me just check here. Pretty sure his dairy barn was released. Cow Husbandry Pack by Lancy Boy. It's on page 3. Try that. I'm pretty sure he has that built in, so if you copy that, it should work. Flax is like just, it's a, I believe it'd be classified as a pulse, and it's cool. The seed looks like a little mini water droplet, and it's flat. Flat as a, well, say flat as a pancake, but a pancake's not quite flat, but like super thin like paper. It's actually pretty cool. Oh, I almost need to replace these bins. They're kind of sunk in my ground. We got a bunch of canola in here. I did have it in my dryer, and then I transferred it over with a big auger, so. But yeah, DeLong, I would check Lancy Boys. That would be a public one for sure. Oh, we're gonna have a problem here, aren't we? My bins are... We'll get them unloaded, and then we'll get them back in... I'll have to replace them, obviously. What do you use for it? I can just put it down with an air seeder. Just goes in like any regular wheat or barley crop, and then you just combine it like a regular... It's like, well, I guess it'd be a pulse, yeah. I kind of forget, but pretty. It's the same as you do it on this map here. Can't haul with this guy because he is full with seed and fertilizer, but we are going to use our Super B. I don't know why I have a Volvo, but for some reason I thought I really liked him in the DLC, and then it's like, meh. Whereabouts is my farm? This is probably the main one you start on EdgeWater. Oh, we're saving again. Field 1. It used to have a swamp and stuff here, but in my version, there was no swamp here in version 1, and then in version 2, South Sask made a swamp here, so I had to get rid of it. My farm was here. I could not have a swamp in there, or sorry, a low area, I guess, but not really a swamp per se. And yeah, I've made my farm rather big. I just don't care for the small farms. We're gonna load some canola out. And I would do course play or auto drive, but single player, and I'm gonna chat with you guys, so I'll just keep going about it. It's like everybody's just playing single player tonight. What do you use it for after you harvest it? Honestly, I really couldn't tell you what they use flax for. Not sure if you can get like an oil. I completely forget what they do with it. My real farm, I am in the province of Alberta, which is a province in Canada. It's by far the best province, but I am a little biased, but hey. Pretty sure I have a spout on this auger too, I think. But we'll just load out some canola. Oh, my stream keeps loading all of a sudden. It's my poop internet. Damn Starlink. Wonder what elevator is going to be the best. I should actually look at that. I think canola, I'm not going to get a good of crop that I would have liked, but okay, let's go look at our prices. Canola, holy man, we're getting $85. Woo! This is crazy. Hey Trevor, how you doing, man? You're farming down by Lethbridge, right on, Matt. I was just in Lethbridge today. Stopped at Kirshner. Got some parts for Monosem planter because we are extending it. So we have a 12-row, 22-inch Monosem planter, and we are making it a 30-inch. Or sorry, 12-row, 30-inch. Still gonna be 12 rows, but we're just spreading it out. So we're adding 4 feet on either side, and then each box is going to move about 8 inches, blah, blah, blah. It's going to be nice. So it's going to go from 22 feet to 30 feet. But yeah. Hey, Caleb, how you doing, man? Thanks a lot. Trevor, how are you doing, my friend? So Saskatoon, Saskatchewan. Is that a train? I think that's the train, actually. I don't know. I don't really know if I want to to the train or not. I mean, that's a good price, but how do you do the whole train thing? It is the train. I need to stop the train and then load it with an auger. That's what they use it. What do they use it in, Chris? See, I don't know. Do I really want to? I guess we can drive down here and see. I really don't know what I'm doing. I guess I should watch more videos of them loading the train, but probably have to haul an auger down there and then load it, but it's going to be extremely hard with the small auger. I will see. See how we do it. Okay, yeah, I guess that's why you got flax bread and stuff like that. My bad, I kind of spaced out when you were asking me that question. Nice, well, that's good. My problem is this thing's going to be a little slow. I'd have to buy a fancier truck in time. Actually, I need to edit this truck and get it to go a little faster. Top speed is a little too slow for my liking. We'll maybe go try this train thing. I haven't done it before. I would kind of like to transport a big auger there, but that to me would be a little silly. Alright. Oh, traffic, you're in my way. There used to be a road that went right through to here. See, that is taken out in version 2. So used to just driving straight through that intersection. Yeah, makes sense, Chris, yeah. Different crop. Always good to ask questions. I sometimes have a problem answering some real life questions because I just, like, I maybe know the answer, but I'm playing Farm Sim and I don't know if I like space out or sometimes I just can't think of what I want to say, so. The guys I play with will tell you that. Sometimes it just don't make sense. I like to make up my own words too. My wife knows all about that. There's a few words that I've said, she's like, that's not a word, and I'm like, really? I'm like, oh, I guess I just made it up. So who knows? Who knows what's happening with me? I don't know why the thing is, why it's there, because I'm pretty sure that's not where you want to load the train, but I'm not sure a good place to load the train at. I should have watched BC Buhler more. The one time I remember he was talking about loading the train, I never watched that video. I should have. Why the point would be there, that maybe needed to be moved, but hey, I'm not one to judge. I'm not sure how you're supposed to necessarily load load the train. Oh, I get a Super B here and load it. That's the spot anyway. Can't go over there. Just not sure if there's a good spot I can pull up with a Super B and unload into the train. This path might work. It's going to be super tight though. And when he did a video, it looked like he was loading it over here somewhere. Technically we could, yeah, I can maybe load it here too. Oh, there goes the train. Could have called for it. I always thought maybe you could like fill it up here. You could dump in here and fill it up here, but I don't think they made an elevator where you can just dump it in. But that's where it leaves to go. Gotcha, Smoky Acres. Do you know if you can like load it load it in one of these elevators? Like one of these would actually be a sell point, but the other one, if it just dumped it and stored it, like, you know, in 19 where you could like fill an elevator and then come fill the train with it. Did they do that for this map? I actually honestly have not tried. That would be nice if one of these just filled the elevator and then I could fill the train up here. I don't know if that's a thing though. Hey, my train's back. Yeah, don't worry. I know where to rent it from. I just don't know. Like, do I have to use an auger and fill the carts like they did, or can I fill this one of these dump points over here? Oh, nice. Perfect. That's what I want. Perfect. Well, I like that I can fill that elevator. That is perfect. But the only problem is we're holding all this traffic up now. How far back do you have to go before those things go up? Okay, we're not going to change that crossing, apparently. It's kind of annoying. Oh well. Don't mind me. We're gonna go fill the elevator, because that to me seems like I'm lost here. That seems like the smart choice. I like that you can fill from the elevator. That is nice. This is a pretty nice truck. I'll give them that. Yeah, I need to take these Super Bees out of the game, make them a mod. I'd like to add some stuff. More colorable tarps. I'd like to add a third color for the walls. You need the legendary silver. Come on now. Or the 40-year anniversary color. Duh. Maybe some liftable axles. You know, the good stuff. Are you going to be able to get through here? That is the question. Think we can get through this with a Super Bee. Ah, I gotcha. This isn't gonna go well, is it? I wouldn't recommend this in real life. Oh, hitting signs, my bad. Well, let's hope that I go in the right area here. I see there's another one you can go in, but it makes sense if the one was for loading the train and the other one was for not. Only problem is that it's pretty tight to get in there with a Super Bee. Might get a buff? Yeah, he'll buff out. I'm assuming this one is the one I want to go in. Just trying to go extra wide here. Oh. I don't know if we're gonna make that with a back hopper. I'm gonna try, but all right, let's get in here. Oh. Well, we're not getting money, so it obviously is going to fill the train. Perfect. Thank you, Smokey. I was assuming that's how it worked, but I have not actually tried it. And you know how it goes. You try it on a stream. Ooh, we actually are going to make that corner. I'm a good truck driver. I'm just putting it out there, but I'm damn good. We got a Super Bee in there. You likey. That train's gonna be waiting a while because I'm hauling all my canola in here. Our back trailer is on there. We'll switch to the back trailer. Yeah, you know, you figure how you think stuff is gonna work, and then it sometimes doesn't, but for the most part, I watch most of the videos, and I mean, most of it's common sense. You just figure it out when you're playing, but I know that's hard for some people. But I tried to watch most of the videos just so I didn't look like a complete fool. But sometimes that does not work out. Let's just try and see auto drive fit through there. Huh, yeah, not happening, but we potentially probably should have come in this way because then we could have got fairly straight. Which is no big deal. Not that difficult to make. Or I could have come through that other... We could have come through this part here. That's probably what this is meant for. Come through here. Yeah, that's probably what it's for. They're probably not meant to make that. So we'll do that next time. We'll make that turn a little bit better. Okay. Really need that train to go away. I think we're going to turn traffic off for the moment. So I can get home. Canola is around 18 bucks right now. It is one of the best paying crops, yes. Corn is actually our highest paying crop for us is our silage corn, actually. So, hey, Farm Sim Freak, how you doing, man? Love the name. Farm Sim Freak. You are a freak. Give you that. Oh, that was my turn back there. Well, we're going the long way, I guess. Country traffic jam, yeah. Oh, that is not a road through. Okay. Darn, that used to be where you turn to go through. I'm just so used to turning there. Yeah, once you take control of the train, I guess that go like I'm not sure how far back I have to go for that to for the things to go up, but hey Pierre, how you doing, man? I actually made my own farm, but it was on one of the start. I think it was the starting farm. Like if you watch Kedrick Farms, Kedurk, sorry, not Kedrick. I got that wrong, Kedurk. If you have watched his videos, the farm that he is on, that's the same one I'm on, but I've redone the... It's basically, if you've watched my EdgeWater series videos, this is just a continuation on from my single player series that I'm going to start making more videos for again, because now we have the newer version of EdgeWater, and it's not a waste of time to play the old version, so... I will be getting back to that. I know it's been a couple months since I've done videos, but I just didn't feel like playing on the old version when I knew I was just going to have to start over on this one, so. Farm Sim love, Farm Sim family, you betcha. I mean, I'd probably consider myself Farm Sim freak too. I love Farm Sim. My wife thinks I'm crazy. I farm all day, and then she's like, and then you come home and you have to play more farming on the computer. It's like, that's just weird. I said, yes, it is. But I love it. If I didn't mod for the game, then I probably actually wouldn't play it. Because playing Farm Sim all the time is actually... It gets boring after a while. You can't, like, take a break and go make some of your own stuff for it. It actually gets quite boring, I find. Like, if I want to fall asleep, just be really tired and come play Farm Sim. You'll fall asleep. I'm heading back to the farm right now, but it is also on my video series on my channel in the videos, but I'm heading back there now, so you'll get to see the farm. My plan is to farm fairly big. I mean, I'm not going to go overboard and have a bunch of ideal combines. I'm only running 2 Massies right now. And I hope to be farming the whole map one day, but at the present time, we're just farming a little bit around our farm for the moment. Yeah, if you learn the modding side, you kind of don't get a lot of time to play. Like, I probably spend more time testing stuff than I do playing. I don't got a way to get around to my auger, darn it. Caleb, we are on Spring Creek, just nobody's on tonight. I am the only one on. I see a few people are playing single player over in Discord here, but nobody is on the server tonight, or at least I don't think they are. Nobody's in Discord, so. Which I don't blame them. Not every Friday night people are on. People gotta go out and have some fun, and a couple of them are drinking and, you know, partying, so. So this is my farm, Pierre, right now. Don't mind my chainsaw because I've been cutting trees, but we got a big 90 by 200. My Canadian dryer, which I need to... I was updating it for the server, so I took it off the server, but I need to get it back on there, so... I put a different wet bin, I changed up the cables, and I changed up the inside as well a little bit. So I got whiteboards, and then all my crops when I'm drying come up on the whiteboard, so... And we got a couple different screens you can click through. That, I don't know. Bunch of Smebby's parts in here. Smebby modeled this. I just added some of his stuff and I built my own little shack. So that is the dryer shack. And then I got 5 bins that I can unload product out of, and then you have to put an auger. You have to put an auger in this bin, and then also this is a bin out of the AGI DLC. But I got it so when I brought it in here, this thing was skinned, so I had to re-separate the whole thing. Yeah, it kind of works. That's got to be open before you can fill it, and then we got some pretty good smoke when this thing turns on. I guess we can... Is it the updated dryer? It might be. Random probably out hogging. Yeah, who knows what he's doing. He was working in his last Snapchat. Oh, no, I didn't update this one yet. This isn't the updated one with the smoke, because this smoke sucks on this one. So I have not got the updated version in here, apparently. I added some nice steam effects to it and animated the fan, and I see everybody's animating that stuff now. Yeah. Finally, some people are doing that. Anyway, now we got the shop over here. Couple of Massies with pickup heads. Numbered 1 and 2. Oh, we got a deer running through our shop. I placed down the house and the garage. And I had some bins out here. I'm not sure what I'm gonna do about out here, but I am running a seed hawk, you bet. Then I got my FERT plant, FERT storage. This is a building I built. I haven't released. I actually don't know if I'm going to release it because I made it for everybody on the server, and that's probably where it's gonna stay. But working fan. I don't know why, but a lot of people can't make their fans work properly. Like, I hit the button, that fan turns on and starts. Hit the button, it turns off. And some people, I don't know how they script their stuff, but their fan goes on and on and on, and it doesn't shut off. Like, come on. Get with it. And yeah, we got a bunch of EGI DLC doors on here. Good for a sprayer. Of course, I did my concrete, you know, the way I usually do stuff. So that's that. And then you can tanks with their own fill volume. So if I put fertilizer in there, you'll see it. And then you have to place the other 2 in here because I could only build 1 tank into the mod. I couldn't build 3. So at least I couldn't figure it out. So I made the other tanks a mod and you have to place them in. But TPF built shed, soffit and stuff. So I don't know. It's not bad. Other than my housing for that, it's kind of ugly, but no toolbox? No, Bob, not yet. I haven't got it in 22. Not yet. You love the shop, Jeff. I know, it's a good one. Yeah, so we're running a toe between tank and a toe behind cedar. And I didn't think it was working when I was trying to plant my peas. I have peas planted out here, by the way. Then I went and leased this other one. And yeah. I will be returning this one once I have it emptied out of seed. Because right now it's full of seed. So I have to seed it. And then we will return our lease. Well, let's get back to hauling some more canola. Yeah, I like it, Chris, and sometimes it's nice just to build stuff and set it up how it works, and I haven't really done a video on the dryer. I always meant to do one, but I just thought with some of Smebby's parts on it, and maybe one day I'll do a video showing it work, and if you keep watching, and eventually we get to a harvest or whatever, you'll get to see the dryer in action, but I don't have my updated version on here, I guess, because I made it have some really nice Steam effects. Looks pretty bumpin'. Oh, nice, Pierre. Sorry, I'm just reading chat now, you guys. I was talking way too much. You guys get me talking and I don't ever shut up. But that is true, Bob. I do, the guys the other day wanted the toolbox, so I'm gonna bring the toolbox back over and we're going to, do some lockers and hutches. By the way, anybody in chat, I based the toolbox off of Bob's actual company, so I kind of fudged some stuff. I just kind of took some rough dimensions and stuff, so I didn't quite make it look like his stuff does, but I was kind of basing it off of that anyway. So, but yeah, we're gonna get the toolbox in game. It's gonna be a lot better. I'm gonna have some simple IC stuff on it. I want to give you options for colors. I want you to be able to pick hutches, lockers, all that goody stuff. The best toolbox in Farm Sim. Actually, I should probably work on that, because that would be something. I haven't released anything in 6 months, so that'd be a good release for you guys. Give you back the best toolbox in Farm Sim. I appreciate that, Chris. I mean, there's some other good buildings out there. It better be a Stirk box. Well, that depends if Bob lets me put all that stuff on there. If he wants me to put his logo in the Farm Sim game, I can, but he owns the rights to it, so. Most of my buildings are decent. I've got like another 3 or 4 done. I haven't done all the colors for them, and I've been trying to work on a Lua, because trying to learn how to write one myself, but I'm also using the chat GPT bot, because it's a language bot, so it's actually kind of helping me write some of the Lua stuff. So that is helping, because I'm kind of like, okay, write this for me, and then I'm like, okay, that's how you write that. So I am kind of learning a little bit from doing that, but because what I would like is, right now Giants has it so you press like the N and M keys on the keyboard and you can change the color on a building, but you can only change like one mesh. Or I could put 8 meshes together, but they'd still only change one color. I want to be able to change like my main tin, and then I want to be able to change my trim, and I want to be able to change my roof, and I want to be able to do those 3 things all on different keybinds all at once. And so I haven't quite figured out how to do that yet, but that is kind of what I'm working towards. So I have 3 or 4 buildings done, but I don't really want to go through and do my usual color thing, because to add all my colors and stuff it's usually like a couple hours of work. It's not hard work, it's just boring and tedious work. So I'd like to have a Lua where, as long as I set it up on like 4 different color scales in Blender, it will be able to differentiate between the color scales and change the color. That's what I'm trying to do. Because that way I don't have to do all these other colors, and you can just load it up and select a bunch of stuff. So that's kind of why I haven't finished anything lately, but... Well, don't worry, Chris. I'm not going to get rid of the colors. I'm just going to make it easier, because right now, since you can only... Right now, you can only change one color on the sheds. That's why I have 9 different colors in the store. I kind of picked 9 main colors. That way you can choose your main tin in the store, and then you can use your N and M keys to cycle through the trim and the roof color. But the trim and roof color is still together, because I can't make them separate due to game limitations. So what I would like to do is I'd like to eliminate all those colors in the store. Just have one thing in the store, but then you could select all your different tin colors when you go to place it. That's what I want to do, because that would be easier for me to set it up, and then I wouldn't take up 9 store images in the store, which it's not hurting anything, but I still don't like it. Oh, apparently my computer's restarting itself. Oh, the GS dryer setup? That was an edit. DJ Cunningham was the one that had the main build. I just took it and changed it. Now we're going to be smarter and we're going to be more lined up for that other pit this time. We like to work smarter, right? Not harder. Yeah, the other builds for the server, Jake wanted a nice big his big farm is one of the bigger farms on MP server, and he wanted a nice big setup, so I added a bunch of bins, but I added AGI DLC bins because DJ used Ryan's bins, and Ryan has really nice bins, but each bin was like 230 or 240k poly, whereas an AGI DLC bin's 30, so I could take 6 AGI DLC bins compared to one of his. So I brought the poly way down because I can't remember if the whole system was like 2 or 3 million poly, and it's down under a million poly now, which I don't know, poly's not a huge deal, but I just like to keep stuff lower that we can. And so yeah, pretty much all the bins are AGI DLC bins. I did keep DJ's wet bin though, because it was pretty nice. Oh, and his overload bin too, they were pretty nice. So yeah, I just kind of moved some stuff around, went in Blender and added some more unload things, and it was kind of just separating some of his stuff and then duplicating it. It wasn't overly difficult, but... And then yeah, I redid his tin and put my normal map tin on there, and then I put my unload bay, and I just redid some concrete, and wasn't too much, but it does look pretty cool. The guys on the server do like it, and I believe right now, actually the other day I was on the server and Jake says, I think trying to think how much he has, like I think he has like 18 million liters of dried corn or something. Like, it's ridiculous. Like, or if he was listening then he could correct me with the numbers, but it is insane with how much dry corn that thing dried and how much soybeans. Like, it's gonna be a couple days on the server hauling with probably, I don't know, I'd say 6, 7, 8 trucks just hauling constantly. It's gonna be a bit. I think he said they had a lot of millions of dollars just sitting in the bin, so we ended up doing a lot of corn. I can't remember if they had 2.5 sections or something. I can't remember how much corn, but it was a lot. Well, I wouldn't say I made it better. I mean, I'm not gonna mock what DJ made. What he made is nice. It's just we wanted something different because he's released it. Everybody has that. You gotta have something that no one else has. That's just how it goes. It always makes good for good pictures. And I believe some stuff needs to be released and some stuff doesn't. I don't believe that everything needs to be released. I definitely think you got to keep some stuff to yourself, but having some release stuff is nice as well. Sometimes I waste a lot of my time on stuff for this game, so I just believe in sometimes it doesn't need to be shared because it's how it goes, I'm afraid. Seen somebody the other day, they 511,000 bushels. Yeah, I'm just trying to think. There's a lot of bushels in there. I could hop on the server and check, but I'll do that another time. But there's a lot. I don't think it's that much because the system does have a certain limit. Like, you can't just... I think we're trying to be realistic and not, have an endless supply of capacity. It needs to have a limit for sure. The only problem with productions is you can't limit them like for total. So like I can say, hey, my bin system, my production, I want it to have a total of only allow 18 million liters total. Well, you can't do that. You can specify a total for each crop. So technically, if you have it in there 18 million, you can hold 18 million of each crop, but that's it. You can't specify a total for the whole thing. I've seen some people say that you can. I'm like, I have not seen a single production where you can do that. No, 18 million liters, not 180. I wonder what my computer's doing over here. This keeps restarting itself. You guys see that on my webcam? Probably. It's just dark. Oh, it's upgrading itself. What? It is updating. Are we out of... Oh. We are... Got that bin empty already. Perfect. Let's move it over. I did put an option on this so I can have a spout on it as well. Oh, there's a... Actually got an auger in there. Nice. Giants didn't skimp out on it. That is... Did the version for you. I'm gonna say, I was like, yeah, I don't think 180 million, that's just way too much. We do go through a lot of acres on the server, that is for sure. But when you got lots of guys on, it's pretty easy to run some big setups. Right on, DeLong. I knew you could do it. I was just trying to think of the public ones out there, and that came to mind. I knew that Lancy Boy had put it on his building. It's just, you have to have like the placeable. I don't know if he changed his placeable type, but I had to change my placeable type, do a custom one, and then just a couple things in the scripting, and then it worked. But it's way nicer having the poop just build up and not having to place a poop pile in there, because sometimes I was using Western Iowa's placeable poop pile for a while in the pens, and depending where you placed it, it conflicted with my my straw trigger for putting straw in the pens and stuff, or else it would start accumulating in the pen beside it. It was just so yeah, it's nice once it's built in. It just works. Don't gotta worry about it. I have my own farm on the server, Chris, but it's just a house and a shed right now. My plan is to put my chicken barn on the server, but there is a lot of people with feedlots on the server right now. Big cattle operations, so I'm not sure how well my chickens are going to do on the server. In 19, my chickens on the MP were a no-go. I think my barn had 20 or 30,000 chickens in it, and basically how Farm Sim writes their animals. Now, I don't know if this is right in 22, but in 19... for every single animal in that barn, it writes a line somewhere in the code on the multiplayer game. So every time somebody comes on, they have to load those 22,000 lines. Even though the chickens are not physically visible, MP writes that line in there for every single animal. So it was writing like 22,000 lines. And then people would get in their tractor, and their tractor was doing 1 mile an hour in the field. So it was a no-go. So I'm not 100% sure that's going to happen on 22, but I kind of have a feeling like it's going to, so. Usually my chicken barns are good for single player only, usually. Unless I dumb it down to like 4,000 or 5,000, because there is a lot of animal barns out there that have 5,000 kind of as the max. So in that case, then yeah, maybe I only need to do 5,000. That's still not nice, though. I want to have like 20,000 in my barn, or 30. Yeah, my chickens would be super easy. You'd pull up with a feed trailer, load the feed bin, done. That'd be it. Pretty simple to look after chickens. And then when you sell them, you go and you clean out the manure, and you get ready to fill it again, and you throw the chickens in, and then just feed them through the feed bin. It'd be pretty simple. And I'd also have them do eggs, because I am modeling a new part to the barn. So I'm going to have a drive-through bay. So the eggs are going to spawn in another building that's attached on the side. And then I'm going to have a couple big doors, and you can drive in with a truck and a trailer and just auto-load the eggs right up onto it. Like a curtain van or something. Because I don't really want to deal with eggs because they're a pain in the butt, but if I'm doing 20,000 chickens, that's going to be a lot of eggs, and that's going to make me some decent money, so doing it just for that. Yeah, I started modeling up the bay on it, but there's too many things the server needs, and it's just, if I could show you all the projects. I have like 15 projects that are like anywhere from 20% to like 95% done. And every time I go on my computer, I work on something different. I don't sit down and work on the same thing constantly, which is probably my problem. Because then I don't ever get anything done. But yeah, the server has lots of requests too, so... I'm quite enjoying this, actually. We're not doing a whole lot, and I know it's not as exciting as the server, but I feel like normally my thumbnails are pretty entertaining for the server. Usually a lot of clickbait, probably, though. Promise I'll have a good server thumbnail soon, but eventually, you guys will get to see the batch box in action. I'm excited for that. You guys are going to enjoy that. Third-person view is kind of not the view to be in going through here. Well, I'll fill up this canola anyway. Be some good money, I would think. Thinking we're probably gonna have one more load or two, I think, and then we'll sell her. The batch box is done as far as I know, other than I think we're trying to get some skin hoses, but there's only a few guys in the group that know how to do skin hoses, and it's just not in a, maybe not in a good spot on that batch box. I don't know if I need to change something or what. But Frosty modeled it, I in-gamed it, and then Legacy redid fill plane, added some more collisions to it, and then he did the decals for it. So as far as I know, I think that's all he did. Between the three of us, I think it's done. But there's some other things in the works that hasn't been showed off yet, and I think we're waiting till we get further along on the server, because there's another farm that you guys haven't seen yet, but we're waiting till we have enough crops to get this other farm going. So yeah, it's a surprise for in the future. I don't know when we're gonna be there on the server. Probably, I would assume fall. Once we get into fall, you might get to see the batch box in action, but unless I think maybe Drosty was wanting to put one down now for his farm, I'm not sure. I think the other day I hopped on the server and it was actually kind of crappy because there's so many farms in the server, everybody was seeding and like working the ground. Multiplayer doesn't like when like 8 different vehicles are working ground on the server. They just don't. If you ever played MP and everybody is seeding or cultivating or ripping or whatever, I think you'll understand what I'm talking about. But like super laggy, people's vehicles were driving slow, and then as people were getting off, the last couple of us that were on, it was perfect. Yeah, for some reason, Farm Sim MP just does not like that. fine if everybody's combining or something, but if anybody's doing groundwork, it just crashes the server. Because I was gonna stream earlier in the week, and then I didn't get on till really, really late, and then when I got on the server, I'm like, nope, it was barely playable, let alone streamable. So I didn't stream it. I don't know, I thought about doing like a little feedlot on a single player and then using the batch box and showing it off a bit, but I don't know. I'll probably just wait till everyone else is ready to show it off. I think we showed it off with enough pictures, so. It is something I've literally talked about for years. I've wanted to do it for years, and I just like, I kind of had something kind of roughed up model wise. Like I just used like the Oxbow trailer at the time, and Andrasti finally decided to model it up, and he did a pretty good job. Like, yeah, it's added some detail, and I mean, it's never seen another one anyway, but no, it looks nice. And then just to make it work for Farm Sim was a little bit like, technically in real life the batch box just holds the ingredients and it doesn't get mixed until it's dumped into the feed truck, but in Farm Sim you can't dump like one fill type onto another. You just can't. It has to be separate. So the box has to be a mixer, and it has to mix as you dump stuff into it. It's the only way it works. That's the only thing I don't like about it, because that's a little unrealistic, but that's the only way it works for Farm Sim. So, oh, my back is killing me. I need a new gaming chair. This chair needs to go. One thing I realized too is I don't listen to music anymore. We should really be listening to music. Because I do have non-copyright music now. I do subscribe to Epidemic. Is it Epidemic? Epidemic Sounds? Something like that. I do subscribe to them, so... Because, man, every day I get an email on my old videos of copyright claims, because all that non-copyright music on YouTube is actually copyright. So it's all a lie. Nothing but a lie. I don't believe I'm monetized anymore either, so... quit doing videos, and I think I didn't post a video for like a couple years, and so YouTube demonetized me, but I am working my way back to being monetized. So I think we're pretty close to being monetized again. Getting my watch hours up, and the live streams have helped quite a bit, so I think we're fairly close. Probably next month I think we'll be monetized again, which you don't make much anyway from being monetized, but then I can give you guys ads. Oh, joy, eh? What do I listen to? I listen to everything. When I'm streaming Farm Sim, I just like to listen to like a mix. I don't know. I don't. I used to just play all that like no copyright music. It was all no copyright sounds or whatever. It's just all like a bunch of mix. Like, I don't like to, you know, play like rap or country or anything particular. I just like to play like the kind of mixed up stuff. Not necessarily house music, but I just like that kind of in the background. It just seems to be the most fitting for when I'm playing a video game, so. But I haven't built much of a playlist up on Epidemic Sounds yet, so I need to keep listening to more and adding to my playlist, and then we'll see how it goes. So but I think 1 or 2 more loads and we should have this elevator full. I'm actually kind of enjoying just driving it myself. I'll maybe get an auto drive course set up eventually if we're gonna get farming more of the map and have a lot more grain to haul, but Sir, I think we followed 3 super belows. It's probably our 4th, right? So be a decent profit from the canola. And I know canola is actually the highest price in February, and I missed it. I have that one mod on here where you can check like the highest price in what month, and I was really planning on my other save to hit that February. And then when I restarted the new version of EdgeWater, it started in February, and I didn't see, and I simmed a month or 2 ahead so I could plant some peas and stuff. And then I'm like, oh shoot, I missed the selling of the canola. So it's not the highest month, but it is coming down, so I am catching it on its downswing before it gets too low. So just figured I'd sell it and get it out of my bins, which I think we have enough bin storage. We'll be fine anyway from our harvest, but you never know. I am liking the changes on this map, though. It's like a whole new map, because I got pretty familiar with the old setup on version 1, and roads are changed and gone, and fields are changed. It just kind of feels like a whole new map. I'm quite liking it. And the town, he's got a town on the other end too, and this town has changed a lot. This town is way better than the first version, so quite liking it. It is a very nice map to play by yourself. In my opinion, I think it's too small for an MP, but that's just because an MP we like to farm pretty big. Gives you enough room to drive in here with a Super Bee. I'm liking that. Find some maps that give you like absolutely no space to like pull into a sell point with the Super Bee, and it's like, come on now. Not everyone has a dinky little trailer. We are getting a pretty good amount in here though, which I do like. Giants did a pretty good job on the sell point too. Pretty decent, I gotta say. Aw, their roof is not matching. Legacy would throw a fit at that. Stuff is not matching. It's terrible. Junk. Needs to be coming down in line with each other. I guess it's at a completely different pitch, so yeah, probably not possible. I was gonna say, I had somebody comment on a YouTube video the other day, and what did they say? He said, horseplay is trash, it's a junk mod or something like that. Oh, one of my videos. Oh, there he is! I know it. Hey, look at this. Look at that roof there. Oh. That would make you cringe right there. Yeah, I had somebody comment about Courseplay or something, and I was a good old block. Not sure why people find the need to comment with like negativity. Stop it. Comment with negativity on a YouTube video. It's just like, if you got nothing nice to say, you don't need to say it. I mean, now some of the people I played with made a comment, then I'd probably just leave it because I know they're joking, but comments get a good old ban. And if I went and commented on every modder's page who I thought did a crap job on something, man, I'd be on a lot of people's pages saying stuff. Or people out there that do edits or something, but you know what? I got nothing nice to say, so I zip it. Or I tell it to people in a close-knit group, but yeah. Would never make like a public comment on somebody's page. It's just not needed. It's positivity only. Time is it? Cool. Yeah, so April, we have seeded our peas. I think I might go ahead a little bit because I'd like to put some canola in. I don't think I'm gonna do lentils this year. They're just such a low yielding crop, and I mean I wouldn't mind doing them, but I think I'll wait a year. I think I'm gonna do peas, canola, and then probably some flax. I do like the. We'll get the swath of canola. We'll probably swath some flax, and I'll do some flax straw as well. We'll load my trailer and haul some flax straw to the sell point. Because I don't think I'm going to do animals on this this series, but who knows. It's my thoughts, BC Buhler. I like it. I was thinking, like, playing version 1 a lot. And like the maps completely changed up. Like normally on this road you could drive straight through to the highway to town, and now you can't anymore. I mean, I got so familiar with version 1, and then version 2 comes out and it's completely different, but it's just like a completely different map, so I quite like it. Then you adding the swathable crops, which, you know, it's finally been done kind of right, because everyone else has tried to do it and it's just never been right. So I like the effort you put in, because it's, I mean, other than it only works on this map, that's fine, but it's so just done properly, let's just say. Because you could have just done what the other guys have done, where you can swath it, and then when you drop straw it comes out as wheat straw, but you actually made it so it changes the, you know, the straw texture to be different from the crop you're combining. I quite like that. That was needed to be done for a long time. Now, if you took that and then incorporated, I know when Thunder wrote a script for Sirius and the chopped straw, you could like actually change the straw, chopped straw texture, like canola and different stuff like that. That was kind of nice. Yeah, I quite like it. I've done a little bit of swathing, not a lot, but trying to get back on my save, and then obviously got to replant crops and stuff, so. We're just emptying out some bins of canola at the moment, and then I have to replace these bins because loading my placeable file doesn't quite change the ground how it used to be, so. This is gonna be our last load, probably. Yeah, in Sask did a good job. Mr. Sask has come a long way as well, because I know he used to kind of do maps, and it was never this good. So. Oh, okay, if you get a little off the field. Oh, that's good. I'm sure everybody will appreciate that. You have to replace these bins, though. I'm in the ground a bit, but this will be good. This will be my last Super B load, and then we can load that train and send her to Saskatoon. Saskatoon. I'm pretty sure we're gonna all get on this load. I hope so, anyway. And I don't know what we're gonna do after. I don't think I want to bore you guys with chainsawing trees again. Oh, perfect. Perfect. All our canola. Happy we got all our canola in there. That's good. Oh, the next project, eh? I seen, I think you said you had a hint for it in your post, and I seen the 4. I think it was it like somebody guessed foremost, but it was like 4. I can't remember how you pronounce it, but I think that was a clue, but I didn't have a clue what that was against, but or what that was meaning necessarily. See, the drive over pit's pretty cool as well, which I think a lot of people need. Every auger I have, I've edited it, or somebody on the server's edited it, and we just drive right over the hopper, because I mean, realistically, I like, you know, swinging the auger in and out once or twice, but when you're on a big map and you've got trucks coming in every couple of minutes, like you might on the server, I don't know, we have a truck coming in, maybe, I don't know, you probably have 20 or 30 trucks unloading in an hour. I don't want to swing an auger out that many times, but yeah, having the collisions off the hopper is usually what I do to all the augers, and then you just drive over them. Same with seeders and stuff. It's not as realistic, but there's just some of those things I can only do once or twice, and then I get annoyed by it, so got to make it a little bit faster. We're just trying to fill the train at the moment, so and we'll have to see what your next project is. I mean, most of them have been pretty good. That computer's still updating behind me. I don't ever turn this computer on behind me, but I turn it on for my stream, so you get a nice little red screen, but she's updating. They haven't updated in a while. Yeah, I'll do a little more seeding. I'll have to look at my... I had a rotation wrote down on paper. I'll have to go look at it again. So I want to kind of keep track of my crops, and I want to make sure I rotate them. Not keep doing the same thing, so. No, that's good, yeah. Doesn't move around or anything. Well, that's good. Yeah, it'd be a major problem if people are doing that drive over and it's just flinging everywhere. It is a nice touch for sure. I definitely liked watching that. I'm sure lots of people will love it. We'll end up using it on the server as well once it's out. I've seen it was on the testing list anyway, so that's pretty quick. Prize Giants tested it that quickly. Normally, usually you gotta wait. If you submit something, you gotta wait a week at least before you hear something, but you're just that well known. Giants is just pushing your stuff through, you know? It's just good quality. Alright, should be our last load, and then we'll get the train. Hey, John, how you doing, man? Oh, don't worry, we're gonna get to Evergreen. We're gonna get to Evergreen. I haven't forgot about it yet. There's a few things I want to do, because I'm using my ideals on there, and they need a little bit more work. I think they're good enough to stream and show them off. There is a couple touches, like... when you're hauling the combine, I just haven't seen anybody do some of the stuff that I'm going to add to it, so it's going to make like hauling the combine like on a truck and trailer fun as well. And I haven't seen anybody do it in Farm Sim, or at least not. No, I don't think they've ever done it. Just something I want to do, just little things, you know? It's not like that it's like changing like the gameplay at all, it's just changing, I don't know. To me, it's just a little detail. But I want to show that off when I'm doing an EdgeWater video as well, so I just haven't. Maybe I'll get around to that. How close are we to in real life seeding? Usually we're not in the field till end of April, early May. Just depends on the soil temperature, basically. So I'd say we're at least 2 months away yet. But we're starting to get busy because we're working on our planter and stuff like that. So ran over it at 30 miles per hour with a loaded semi in the same place. That is impressive. Yeah, that's weird, eh? You entered it in and it's instantly in testing, and then the kill bros has been a week. Funny how that works, isn't it? All right, so we got all this loaded up, so we are gonna load some cars. I think, did I not open this one up? Yeah, that one is open, so we're gonna fill her up. By the way, I like the train. I love the train. Finally a nice Canadian train. Really wish they'd change the brakes on these things though. They're like the worst. All right, so we got 364,000 and whatever liters, so load it up. Hey, Simulation, how you doing, man? I haven't streamed in a while, so we're trying to stream tonight. Oh, look at that. It doesn't line up. Come on, Sask. No, I'm just kidding. How did that not get past the testing? I'm just joking. Here, I was gonna have little things like that. No big deal. Now we want to get over and open up our next car. Okay, that did not open that one up. Let's go to the next one. There we go. We're gonna get a big payday. They even got a fill volume on here. I love it. Man, these cars, they hold a bit, eh? They hold a bit. I like it. It's just so hard. I can't scroll any farther back on the train. That's the only thing that I do not like. Never see those back cars, ever. Wish you could have multiple cameras and scroll back some more, but... I am Simulation. I played the first version quite a bit, and I don't think a lot of people are streaming. I mean, now that it's on the mod up, everybody's doing it, of course. But yeah, I definitely like the version 1, and I was waiting forward to version 2. I'm a Canadian farmer in real life, so it's just, I mean, this is Saskatchewan. It's a little different, but it's still like the gameplay and all that stuff just hits close to home, so that's why I like it. Open that back car. I can't see those back cars, but this should be the last car. Yeah, should take it all, I believe. Yeah, that's the worst part, is you can't see those back cars at all. Yeah, it's no big deal. Normally, if you're on MP or something, you can get somebody telling you to move forward, but I wasn't planning on streaming this late, but by the time we got down to Left Bridge and got our stuff, we just... Oh, hold on. Why are we emptying it? Apparently, oh, okay, I can overload it back in. Well, that's not right. Well, we'll close that one and we'll go to the next card. Maybe I need to do one more. I don't think I can even get back to that. Very last car. Oh, the very last car must be the one directly behind the engine, because it's open back there, I'm pretty sure. I don't remember opening it. See if we can fill this one. Oh, we're really gonna fill pretty much the whole train with canola. Yeah, sorry. Let's get back to that. I wasn't planning on streaming that late, but that's just how it happens. Now, what do we do from here? Do we just drive it off the map, I guess, eh? And it sells it? I would assume so. Obviously, I know it's going to boot me off the map, but we'll drive it over to here where we sell the grain. Yes, really well done map. I do like how you added another sell point close to the tracks and stuff. It just, there we go. All right, so we just made $880,000. I like. Now I wonder, oh, I do have that one mod in too that creates water in low areas, so it's kind of nice. Do I have to return the train or does it return itself? Let's go find out. I've hardly ever used the train in Farm Sim. Rent train, okay, it's good. Took care of itself. Alrighty, well that was a good hour and something. Yeah, nice to finally see a nice real Canadian one. It is very nice. I might even have to steal it. I do have a 16x map of my area that Legacy has been working on. I worked on a little bit myself. Chances are probably will never go back and touch it, but I might have to steal the Canadian train. It is very pretty. I don't know what else to do other than, because if I go seed, I need to change some fields up, and I don't know. Maybe we'll go buy one more field that has a little less trees in it. We'll maybe start seeding in that field. And we'll maybe go do that. I can do some of the getting rid of trees off camera, because I've done a little bit, but I hate to spend an hour and make you guys watch that, because that's no fun. Yeah, that was kind of nice. I like doing that. I was kind of curious. I know you can load it with an auger too, but nice that you can dump in the elevator as well and use the train. So very nice touch for sure. Mind you, what time is it here? It's 10 o'clock. I could stream for another half an hour, maybe, I suppose. I got work to do. Gonna be doing some modding. Who knows, maybe I'll just say I don't really like the mod hub, but maybe you'll see me submit a few things to it. We'll see. Gonna start turning into Legacy here, hey? Legacy, you still watching? I gotta give him a hard time. If he was in here, he'd be giving me a hard time. I'm an hour behind you, yeah. Maybe should be washing this guy, but the other guy is filled with our seed and fertilizer. So I kind of want to buy. I might as well save. Well, I was gonna say my dryer too. You can dry barley, wheat, oats, canola. Now that we have flax and peas, you can dry flax. It's not so much. I mean, you can dry canola, so I would assume you could dry flax. You can definitely dry peas. I've dried peas before. You gotta be careful so you don't crack them and stuff. And then lentils. I went no. That is a lie. He is still listening. I knew it. Want to buy 5. Look at this chunk of ground. There's only a couple waterways I gotta take out, and I'll probably keep these trees here. I think we're gonna buy that. We'll go over and seed that. Do I want to do? Yeah, maybe I'll do canola over there, but we will have to sim forward just to the next month. But I think I'm gonna buy that. What's it cost? That's doable. I can afford that. And then we need our precision farming map. What's that gonna cost us? 12 grand. All right. Oh, you know what? I don't have soil maps for this. Oh! How do I not have soil maps for that? That is terrible. And we'll probably buy all our soil maps for over here as well. All right. And I do own 30, which 30 used to be bigger. So we might extend that. We'll see. And I still got to get some trees out of here. But for now, we'll go take care of that one over there. Yeah, I did try submitting the 90 by 200 to Giants last year, and they said it has a lot of framing that's unnecessary in here. And I think the shed might be a little, I think it was about 70k poly, and they said it's too high poly, and I said it's under the 250, and they said for what it is, it needs to be lower. And they said check some of our stuff, and I checked some of their base game stuff, and it's actually lower poly than some of their base game stuff. So I fought with them a few times, and I said screw it. And at that time I didn't have a spec for the normal map tin, and they really wanted a spec, which Legacy has now done. But I don't know, I'm not sure if he did some of the work, so I don't know if I want to submit it or not. And I don't know, a few things I dealt with, I just they were seeming to be very picky. Like I got normal maps on there. It's pretty low poly, but I might try again. And then some of my stuff, I just get lazy and I don't set it up very nice. So, but that stuff I usually don't release. I keep to myself. So then only Legacy knows how lazy I am. I want to send this drill back, but it's kind of filled with my seed and fertilizer, so we got to empty it before we can send it back. And we'll come back to this one. I want to do some more tree removal, but you guys don't need to watch me do it on stream. We'll do that off camera. Get it set up. So we got field 1 here, which I've made a lot bigger, and then we'll have that other one as a quarter, and then 30. Oh, there's a lot of waterways over here, and then we'll have 5. So we're gonna have some fairly big buildings. It would be nice to have some nice bigger options on the mod hub, but I don't know. Got one thing on the mod hub in 2019, and it wasn't that great. Like if you go back and look at those hay sheds that next gen modeled and I in-gamed, they're really high poly. Like really high poly. And they got on the mod hub. I don't know how they got on the mod hub in 19, but they did. I had to go through a lot of hoops for that one too, so I just haven't had a very good experience, let's say. So and it sucks too, because you get a tester and they'll say, okay, this is the stuff you need to fix, and you fix it, and then you get a completely different tester. Stuff that was fine the first time is not right with them. So that's my only gripe, is they have guidelines to follow, but every tester is different. Like if they all followed the rules and they all didn't go outside the box, it'd be nice. But when you get a tester that say that's good and then the next one says it's not, it gets a little frustrating. That was the one gripe I had with the mod hub. I think we're gonna have to get rid of this one grass area though. I need more land. So yeah, we're gonna go and just a couple waterways out of here. I'm sorry, but I gotta do it. And I mean, I have nothing against Giants. I know that everybody, like you'll see somebody post and they'd be like, why hasn't my mod been tested? It's been 2 days. You know what? There's only so many people working there, and there's maybe like 100 modders a day sending stuff to the mod hub, or 200 or whatever. So I know that they maybe only have 10 people on the testing stuff. So like people are like, well, how come my modders tested? And I'm like, you know what? That irks me from modders that post about that stuff. It's like, they'll get to it when they get to it. What's the big deal? But That's the one gripe I have with some people when they post stuff. They'll get to it when they get to it. I mean, yeah, Giants is getting bigger, but they're not like a massive, massive company. Like, there can't be more than, like, 10 people working on testing mods. Like, I can't see them having like 50. Maybe they do, I don't know. I hate to wreck all these nice waterways that Sask has put in here, but I need some more land. I need more acres. Probably just do this one waterway, but it's the nice and quick way anyway. I need my Saskatchewan flat acres where you can see your neighbor forever. At least he hasn't put like a super hard dip in there so you can flatten it out. Really, really simple. Like, oh, my computer's starting up again. Jeez, that is bright. And I assume I'm not gonna be able to get rid of the grass again. I've done something to the map, I think, so. I don't know if it's because I built in this placeable ground stuff or what, but it not been getting rid of my grass. So what we're gonna do here is we're gonna go plant flowers everywhere. This is the only thing that seems to get rid of the grass, so I'm not sure what I've done, but I've done something to mess it up. Typical TPF fashion. Usually smooth them so you fall through but still have the ditch. Okay, that makes sense. Could do that too. I maybe will take that into consideration next time. I've just always been leveling them, but smoothing them would be... Smoothing would actually make more sense because then still your waterway here would still have that narrow like ditch per se for draining the water. That's actually a good idea. Never thought of that. That is true. I guess if you submitted enough stuff to them, you do kind of learn. I'm not sure what happened to Legacy's other bullshit that he'd submitted there. It wasn't the testing list, and I haven't seen it since. I guess he hasn't been bothering me with all the mod hub errors that his shed has, I guess. Alright, let's go back to... Yeah, I planted my flowers, Chris. You got it. We know this works now. Just sucks though, because then I gotta delete them, and then you gotta place your ground after. I got it. So it's kind of a whole workaround here. I never had to do this before. Or when I did the level or whatever, it got rid of the grass. So, like I said, I'm pretty sure I messed something up. Adding some stuff to my save, or adding my save in. So this is kind of the long route, but oh, I got some different ground there I might have to deal with. Well, this grass, I had to put flowers down to get rid of the grass, which I didn't have to before, but then these field crate things are on the mod hub. They're a prefab that you can build into the map. And then you can basically place like a seeded ground down. So now I'll go and place this down. Then I don't have to come out here and work this all in with a disc or something, which would be more realistic, but I only like doing that once or twice, and then it gets a little old. So this is just a quick way to get in and get right into seeding. And then once you seed it, it all looks the same. Then you can't even tell that you've done this. So generally, I would not do this on stream, but need another field so I can stream a little bit longer for you guys. Because otherwise, I got nothing else to do. Nothing really else to do on my farm at the moment. Oh, I see. Did you resubmit it? Because I haven't seen it on the testing list, but... Alright. Should be good to go. I think we'll leave the rest in the field. Now we're gonna seed around the proper way to seed around a field. At least how I do it. I like seeding with the right side because you're always constantly looking at your monitors on the right side. So when I'm doing a fence around a fence line, I like to be looking the same time my monitors, not the other way around. So in real life, I don't want to be looking out this way and then having to look over my monitors when I'm seeding around a fence line. So I always seed around the field this way in real life. It's funny, I see some people streaming and they're seeding the other way and I'm like, no, that's the wrong way. But anyway, the game, they can seed how they want to. What do we say? We're gonna do canola over here, right? Yeah. All right, we gotta sim a little bit here. Forgot about that. Better just save quick. Want to ruin all my hard work? Okay. Well, we'll probably see it too. We'll probably see it soon. All right, let's get to the next month. But now I can't seed peas or lentils anymore, so. It's a game simulation, so I mean, people can do whatever. But in real life, when I'm seeding, because we run 66-foot Bourgeot Paralink, it's a fairly big drill. So when I'm seeding along a fence line, I want to be faced the same way that my monitors are in my tractor. And people usually don't put their monitors on the door coming in the tractor, so usually not, but now we're gonna get some canola down. That's the main thing here. I'm telling you, I'm not great at using my keyboard for steering. That is for sure. I should maybe get the keyboard steering mod. That mod used to be, usually it made the keyboard quite fluent. Need to get back to that. I curse Sask for all these fences in here. God damn it! I have to go in and delete a bunch of them usually. There's so many fences. Guild Bros is on Sunday and it's still pending. Yeah. And I mean, it is what it is, right? Everybody seems to be like, oh my god, what's going on? Why haven't they tested it? But they'll get to it when they get to it. It's not like they don't, it's not like they forget it. This field has some lime on it, I see. Oh, that's good. Where are we at on our nitrogen here? Oh yeah, we're hitting our marks. Actually sat down with some kind of agronomist type people today, and we're actually going to cut our nitrogen in half, I think, because I am starting to learn that when you go on a field and like say like our soil recommendation, they're like, oh, you need to put down 300 pounds of nitrogen. Well, technically your field doesn't need that much. Depending on your nitrogen level, your plant that year is not even going to use all that nitrogen. So we're going to cut our costs on our nitrogen, and we're actually going to go in with some foliar products and some other stuff that is basically, if you put too much nitrogen in, it actually ties up your calcium in your soil. And if you talk to, we have this one girl, like she's super good in chemistry. Like I forget chemistry in school, and she says you can't ignore chemistry. Like chemistry in your soil is everything. So basically how it's explained to me is calcium is the referee of all the stuff in your soil. And I can't even remember all the other elements now. I'm drawing a blank because I was not good in chemistry, believe it or not. But So if you put in too much nitrogen, it ties up your calcium, and if you tie up your calcium can't let the other stuff in your soil do its proper job. So it's all about, it's just crazy, all these different things that you would never think even matter, but it does. So we'll see. We're gonna come back a little bit, and I mean, you're probably not gonna see much of a difference in the first year, maybe two, because your soil is gonna have so much nitrogen in it already, so you're not gonna maybe notice a huge... Oh, are we stuck on? What are we stuck on? Just too short of a turn for the drill? Must be. Guess it doesn't like this corner. Damn it, who made such a tight corner? I guess it wasn't meant for this big of a drill, and I thought I picked a small one. West, yeah, that'd be... I mean, that's probably doable. Probably not with my skills, but I know somebody out there could do it. Well, props to you, Simulation, for playing realistically. I mean, I do, in a way, try and play realistic, and then there's other ways where I don't. Because there's just some stuff... Like, honestly, if you set the speed to your auger to fill a truck, like to fill a Super B, like the auger that I just used to fill my Super B is a 12-inch auger. We have the exact one in real life, and it can fill a Super B in 19 minutes, and like, that's super fast. I mean, there's augers that fill them in like 12 minutes, I think, now. Which I don't know if you'd want to fill that fast. That can have some complications and stuff, but if I had to wait 19 minutes for my truck to fill in Farm Sim, I'm out. Like, that's realistic, but that's too realistic. There's just some stuff in the game, to me, that you can't do realistically, because it's boring. So yeah, like, I totally get, like, you want some stuff to be realistic for sure, but there's just some stuff you can't, you know, you just can't do it. But yeah, the most stuff that you can try and be realistic is nice. Yeah, we'll get some canola seeded. I don't know if we'll get this whole field seeded with canola or not, but I should have. I'll seed some headlands, and then I'll do a GPS line. Same with bales. I love handling bales in Farm Sim. I just love it, and I want to do like a couple thousand. Like on the server last year in winter, I think I baled like 1,500 bales, and I hauled them all. Like, that was a lot of bales. So I use auto load, and I cheat in ways, and other ways I don't. So I do have an auto load bale fork, so like I can put my bales on pretty, like all my bales are nice and flush, and then auto load on the trailer. But you know, you take a loader, put it on the trailer, of course the trailer auto loads it. So I mean, I don't know, some of it's realistic and some of it's not, but I don't want to handle 1,500 straw bales by hand without some form of auto load somewhere. But at the same time, yeah, I want to be realistic, and so I don't know, I've always thought, like, you'll probably see me in my series, but I'm gonna bale a field, then I'll probably stack it, and I have some placeable stacks, so then the tractor will drive over and dump it into the placeable stack, and then I'll come over to the placeable stack, and I will load it with a truck and trailer that both have auto load. So technically, I'm kind of cheating and kind of not, but yes. I was hitting the track. It might have been. You could be correct. Actually, we should probably do a line right here, because we're kind of straight at the moment. I think we're gonna run into the fence. We almost did. If we make a little bit of a line here, I think we'll be good. There we go. We will go do a couple quick headlands. That's what I like to do. I like to do around the field, and then I like to do a few headlands, and then I just start going back and forth. That's how I do my field. Some people will do their back and forth and then do their headlands last, which is totally fine. There's no right way to do it. This is just how I personally like to do it when I seed. We don't have a lot of compaction issues. Some guys have compaction issues, and so they'll do their headlands last, but our soil's pretty good, so we have the nice black soil. Pretty much get a crop no matter what. I mean, obviously we need a bit of rain like everyone else, but we got nice soil here. Might have to take that other tree grove out just because that's a super tiny corner, and yeah, we won't worry about it this time. We'll take it out next time. We'll deal with it for a year. Oh, you're right. I guess it was hitting on the track of the quad track. Just too tight of a corner for it. I think 2 headlands. Let me think here. I can turn around on 2. I'll probably just do 1 more just so I can get back to the other side. This side's not really. We'll leave this side for last. I wouldn't normally do 3, but we'll do 3. That way it gets me back to my straight edge on the other side, and then we'll go down the other end, do a down and back headland, and then we'll work our way. I guess it doesn't matter. Doesn't matter if you work away from the road or towards the road. I mean, sometimes it maybe does, but don't worry about it too much. Yeah, I'm thinking we might run into needing some seed to finish this field, but this is going to be a nice field. I like this field. Been eyeballing this field in version 1, and this field was slightly different because there was a road that went through it to the highway. Now it does not. But this is my size of field with a few, with, you know, a little green patch in the middle and some trees. This is my kind of field. I don't have to do a lot of work to it, which is nice. It is quite pretty as well. Just a nice area. Sure, when I turn my lights on though. But we'll get on our GPS line here. Gotta love the quad track. It does not like. Quad track is a little sensitive to finding the line. It doesn't find the GPS line very easily. You gotta be pretty well lined up. I am liking how it's eating everything and working. I like it. Well, see how much we can get done of this tonight. Anyway, see where we go from there. Wonder, wife still curling probably. Not sure how long does a curling game go. Couple hours maybe. 3 hours. I'm not sure. It reminds me though, I do have to do a little recording on Evergreen as well. That's going to be a fun series. 2 really good maps. 2 good Saskatchewan maps. I'm quite excited about them. Just need a good Alberta map in the mix.
Just over forever, you want? Just over forever.
Thank you, Owen, for the sub. That song never gets old. I love that song. Frosty's favorite. Kind of scared me for a second there. I wasn't expecting it. And my computer's off behind me now, isn't it? Oh well, we'll just leave it off. Oh, I turned her back on. Well, streaming for 2 hours. I've probably been streaming for more than 2 hours now. I usually try and live stream for 3 hours. We'll see if we get there, I guess. Not much else. I can't really talk tonight. Not much else to do other than seed some fields. Then we can get into some spraying and then get to harvest, which is usually the best part, but I quite enjoy harvest. I'll turn that one as well because we kind of want to go back the other way. And we can do our back and forth again, but yeah, we're fertilizer down 50%, canola, well, yeah, canola doesn't go down, we're variable seed rate on that, so we might actually do this whole field on the canola, but out for a rip, are you, bud? Is that what it's called? Maybe, I'm not 100% sure. Let me go look it up here. Out for a rip is called the song. Kind of pretty much like is a good Canadian stereotype. Quite catchy. I like it. That's right. There is a mod on the mod hub by DD Passion, I think. And it's so that you actually, rather than just, excuse me, doing seed, you actually need like canola seed or stuff like that. So I'm actually thought about putting that in the other day. I'd probably have to add it in for like the peas and the flax and the lentils and stuff. So I don't think that'd have to be added into the mod, but I think I'm gonna add that just for a little bit extra realism. That way I'm not just treating any seed like I physically, if obviously you can't treat canola seed, you have to go buy that by the pallet. So I'd go do that. If I wanted to put canola seed down, I'd go buy it on the pallets like you're supposed to in real life. But like if I wanted to treat barley or wheat, say, then I would physically have to have grown it and have it in my bin. So I think I'm gonna do that, because then when I get my seed plant over, I still haven't fully converted my seed plant, but my seed plant's kind of nice because you can take your crops to it. Technically it does both, so you can take it in there, you lose a little bit, but then it turns into seed, so then you can pick it up in bulk, or you can choose to pick it up in pallets, and I have like a ramp that you can back up to, and you can load vans out of the ramp area, or you can come in and just pick it up in a flatbed, or you can pick up in a super bee and pick it up in bulk. So I have that, and then I also have it where you can get it clean too, so you can bring your crop in, and then you can, I don't know, we'll see. I still have to incorporate that, but because generally in real life you take seed in, it gets clean, you bring back your clean grain and you use that for your seed, and then you treat it before you put it in your seeder. And then the other grain is just called not really fines, but I just can't think of the word. I always forget what it is. Basically, the stuff they cleaned out of it, you can just go and throw it back in one of your bins. Like, say, if you got barley clean, then you can throw the stuff you go to pick up just back in your barley bin and then sell it. But then, yeah, you keep your clean grain separate. So it's, I'd like to kind of incorporate that in. Ooh, this is why you gotta be on the ball with this tractor. To incorporate that a little bit so you can also get it cleaned, which I think GTX has on his seed cleaner already, so I have to go Oh, wow. My wife won a game. Sorry, she plays curling in a league and they've won like one game all year. So for them to win their first game in a Bonspiel, that is pretty impressive. Yeah, screenings. There you go, Smokey. I don't know why I couldn't think of it. That's impressive. They won their first game. That's nice. Anyway, screenings. So screenings is just your regular barley, so you can put it back in. So it's, you know, nothing bad about it, but just gets rid of all that extra stuff in there. It's kind of how I have my seed plant set up. I think it's not, but my only problem is back in 19 it had 3D tin and I never normal mapped tin it, so I'm kind of in the process of normal mapping all the tin on it, but you got to go and basically relay all the tin all over it, and it just takes a while. And I kind of didn't really like how I had my seed plant set up, so I want to change it quite a bit too. So I don't know, there's just so much stuff to do and just not enough time to do it. But I need some water. You guys got me talking too much. Oh. I'm not even sure how many acres this is. Find out. One thing I like about this, look at this. Like, it's not going to take long to seed this field. That's what I love about this map. 40 acres, eh? 40 acres. I just wish it was 160. No, I really don't. That'd take quite a while just to do 160. 40 acre field. This looks like a quarter. I guess technically that waterway area will not get precision farming on it, which is a-okay. It'll just be whatever. I just don't know how you're coming in with the words I'm looking for, Smokey. I just always got my back. Appreciate it. Yeah. We're definitely not going to have enough fertilizer to finish this field. That is for sure. That's alright. We'll go get our truck and bring him over here eventually. No, quite like this map, and I haven't really got to play it enough. I've only done a couple fields on a single player, so it's kind of nice to eventually farm a lot of the fields, get a good feel for some of the other farm layouts, and I'm quite excited for it. Yeah, that's the best, man. Appreciate it. It does have 2 fillable containers, you betcha. I don't know if that was a BC Buhler thing or Forward Ag, because I know when we were using it on the server, I think before... No, did we use it on the server before it was out? I'm not sure. Maybe we did. I can't remember. No, Forward Ag was into doing stuff like that. He did that to a couple other... We've always had some like custom Borgo tanks and stuff on the server. I know Tad redid the 17950 to be the newer Borgo tank version. I mean, there's a lot of stuff still missing on it compared to the new stuff in real life, but. And forward ag made each compartment separate on the tank. So the tank's got like the 5 compartments, and you can put like 5 different things in it. Because eventually, what I was thinking about doing too was adding a lot more fertilizer types to the map. So rather than just having solid fertilizer, you'd have your phos and your 46. And I don't think I'd get too into like breaking it up into like 8 different blends and stuff. Like I would just stick with 46 and phos. Probably maybe, I don't know if you'd do something else as well, but at least have a couple different types. And then that way, if you have like a 3-hopper or a triaxle hopper trailer, then you know, you could have your 46 in one hopper, have your phos or potash or whatever in another one, and then have your seed in one. Then rather than just having 2 things in 3 compartments, you could be utilizing all 3 compartments, and then, you know, you could be filling your seeder with a bunch of different ones. Because yeah, I know the one Borgo tank we have on the server, it's got 5 different fills on it, so you can put 5 different products in it, which is nice because that is realistic. But you guys on the server are like, oh my god, I have to press N on this, you know, tank 5 times just to get the auger to fold back in because it's got 5 different fills. And I'm like, yeah, it is a little annoying because a couple of the little ones are small tanks, but it is still really realistic, and I kind of like that about it. Now, I don't know if that was on the release version of Beastie Bueller's drill. I'm not sure. Somebody would have to check on that. I'm not sure. Maybe this was the one that Forward Agriculture had edited or whatever before Beastie Bueller submitted. I have no idea. Maybe your guys' off the mod hub doesn't do that. I'm not sure. It's hard to keep track of the stuff that we have on here that's been edited or that's different from stuff on the mod hub, because nothing generally ever, if I use it or if it's on the server, stays the same. That's for sure. And that's the hard point too, because you make some stuff that's super realistic, but you're like, everybody else is gonna hate that. Like, most people play Farm Sim more arcade like. There's a smaller population that plays realistic, and I know they're out there, but the majority of Farm Sim people play like arcade style. They go through farming seasons super quick. Seed and harvest, and yeah. It's like, wow, I know. It takes me a little while sometimes. Guess I might have to get up early if my wife plays at 11 tomorrow, and gotta load our straw truck. I'm gonna have to get up early and get that truck loaded, and then I can go watch her play tomorrow morning. Yes, I have to do that instead. Plan to go watch at 4, but they won, so there's no game at 4. Honestly, yeah, we might get this whole thing seeded. Not to need any fertilizer. That would be kind of nice, but need this tractor does not have Borgo screens in. I actually need to do that. I need to take them out of the versatile and put them in here. Oh, sorry, we're not even running the Borgo. We need the Seedhawk screens too. Need them both. Need the Seedhawk screens and the Borgo screens in this quad track. It's not something that I've done. Oh, excuse me. Need to get on it. Nice and quiet in here though. This is one of the new AFC ones. Yeah, different kinds of chemical would be nice too. Rather than just having the herbicide and I guess we do have the fungicide. Be nice to have a little more options. I'm hoping that is coming in the future. When they were bringing out that precision farming update, I really thought we were going to get like more chemical types, and I thought maybe we were even going to get some like, you know, a new John Deere self-propelled sprayer, maybe you know, the new Fendt Rogator I thought we were going to get, and then we just got a John Deere pull type sprayer. And then they added some. Did we get a precision farming update? I forget. I thought we maybe did. Or there's one still coming, maybe. Or maybe we did get it. I forget. Been so long. Yeah, I don't know. I just am drawing a blank. I just kind of forget at the moment. I was watching my stream there and I'm like, oh, I'm not even close to that spot. And then, yeah, forgot my stream's delayed. Now, when you're already in the middle of the field and you have no choice, then I would go around this shrub area with the left side of my tractor because it makes no sense to do the other way. I guess you could have gone around the other way, but this little bit's not a big deal. Usually mainly when you're doing the outside of the field and you got a fence, then I like to go around the way I'm looking, but well, get this a little bit cleaned up. I'd actually probably make 2 passes around there, but in real life, because I would not be able to turn the drill around on 1 pass. Just not possible. With our old hoe drill, I usually needed 3 headlands to turn around on, and then now with the Paralink turns around on 2 headlands. As all your tires at the front, like, really swivel, you can really turn that drill. Whereas the hoe drill, they still swivel, but they didn't turn like the Paralink. The Paralink just, you can turn so much nicer with it. I'm gonna be a little bit realistic and go around this because I wouldn't normally drive through that. If it was just like a low area in the field, then I probably would, but anything is possible if you send it hard enough. Yeah. Possibly, you might wreck some things. You generally don't want to do that because some of the equipment nowadays is super expensive. I think our seating unit alone is brand new. I think just the drill part is I want to say 300 to 400,000, and the tank's another like 300. Like, yeah, it's 700 or 800 grand, I think, just for seeders. So they're getting up there. Now you get like a combine, a header, they're like $1 million. It's ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. It's like you think our crop prices will go up. I mean, they've gone up a bit, but it's going nuts. Same with land prices. Oh yeah. Luckily you can do that in the game. I don't even remember that one. Did you slightly miss me? I forget that. I didn't know when that happened. You have a good memory. I do not have a good memory. My mind, I'm just getting old. My mind's not like it used to be. Well, we might actually have enough fertilizer to finish this field. I didn't think we were going to, but we might get her done. And we're gonna miss a little bit of field. That's no big deal. No big deal. Might actually get this field done on the fertilizer, though. That would be impressive. I actually need to speed down a bit. I keep lifting my drill and it's going super fast when my drill's lifted. Technically, I should be lifting my drill. Time a turn. You know what? Even though this is a small map, maybe we'll even use the bagger. My problem is I don't have an unload for it, so I can fill a bag. I just can't unload them. Always something. Yes, Squatch, I'll lift it. Okay. I was loading bins. Okay. I forget that. Oh, right. I remember that. That's when you were riding around with me in the bale truck, right? You're my partner in crime in the passenger seat. Are we gonna have enough fertilizer? I don't know. I thought we were going to, but I don't think we're going to. We're gonna have enough canola. Alright, see? I'm lifting the drill now. I just brought my speed down so I can engage the GPS a little bit easier on this quad track since she's a little struggling. Must be dry there, yeah? Gotta turn those dusty lands down, eh? Oh, can't be that dry. I just seeded through a water patch there. Yeah, I remember that now. And the trailer and the truck did a little oopsie and went for a little flying in the air. Think doing auto loading bales would do that, but yeah, we're at 5%. I think we're just gonna head over so we can fill it up because we're not gonna make it. Legacy, go back to building the shed. Yes, back to work. Crack the whip. He's just gonna give me an unimpressed face. I know that. So. He's retired before he even starts. What the heck is going on? And I gotta get this drill. There we go. That turned good enough for the... it should be turned good enough for the truck, I think. We will try it. Must be laying down. Oh, man. seeds and solid fertilizer. We got a little bit. Hey, this is a... What the heck's going on with my road? What is going on? I don't get what's going on here. So, obviously, my peas. I did F12 this field because I was having some issues, but I keep having to repaint my yard. Like, I've painted ground down. Screw off. How many times do I gotta paint over this field stuff? It's just, should have never F12'd it. Now peas are all in my yard. God darn it. Something else we're gonna have to fix. I've already had to redo the farm ground over here like 4 times. I don't understand it. Once I've placed ground there, the crop should not come back. We're gonna have peas in our yard. Maybe we'll just harvest them. I don't know. I don't know what's going on over there. Alt F4 will fix it. Yeah. Not gonna catch me on the Alt F4. I know what that does. I've never even had to try it to know what it does. I just know from other people doing it what it does. Let the other people be suckers first. Might as well fill up with seeds while we're here. That's the... I think I'm on this actual hopper though, are we? Oh. This is how we fill our drills. Just drive right over them, because this is the easiest thing to do. Now we'll move to the next one. Fill the middle one up. Probably won't quite get empty. We might. 3%, eh? Yeah, I'm not sure how you got somebody to Alt F4. That's such an old trick. Oh. That's what it goes to for the fertilizer, eh? That's kind of ugly. I don't really like that angle when you can't really get past the drill on that angle, but I will try my best, Capitan. Can't get too far over or I will hit the collision on the auger, because it still is a bit of a collision on there, just not on the hopper part per se. I think we're missing it, perhaps. Oh, we got her. Beautiful. Yeah, it shouldn't though, Chris. Like, once you've painted your ground there, it should bugger off, but unless an update messed it up, I'm just confused, because once I've painted ground, the field never comes back, but I did F12 that ground, and if you F12 it, F12 goes from the original field. So that does bring the crop back, but then I painted my ground down again, and it should leave it alone. Yeah, I know if you use F12, it goes off the field dimensions, but once you've painted a field there, or once you've painted your yard and you haven't used F12, it shouldn't come back. But I'm confused why I have peas in my yard, because I haven't used F12 since I redid my yard. But as soon as the peas grew, they grew again. So I don't know. Hard to say why that's happening. Something for another day, though. We'll finish this field and then I'll probably be done streaming for tonight. And I only need to get a couple more fields ready, and then we can seed those, and then be on to some other work. I'm not sure what else we're gonna do on this save. I'm gonna have to get into animals or something. I need to get some hay and into some of that stuff too. Do a little single player animal stuff. Gotta have something to keep me busy other than just grain, but see what a guy comes up with. Maybe we'll do pigs on here. Yeah, that might be all right. Get some manure to spread and stuff. Oh, a few people don't like EdgeWater. Hey, interesting. Just reading the comment there. All right, a couple passes, maybe 3 passes left, I think, and then we should be good. Then I'm getting off. I'm going to have a snack and watch a movie. The wife will be home soon. In time, make some nachos. Oh, I love nachos. Actually, we had nachos last night. No, nachos don't get a break. Nachos tonight. Nacho night. Nacho. What else we got going on in Discord? Nothing. Everybody must be out partying. Legacy, that partier. Get a couple of these points cleaned up here. So we'll have this of canola. We got a thing, quarter peas. Probably need, said I wanted to put in some flax. We're still gonna have another field after that, so maybe I'll see what I need to put in. Maybe some wheat or barley. I guess we could technically do some oats, but decisions. Like I said, I don't think I can do peas or lentils anymore. They had to be done in April. I haven't switched to 5-day seasons, but clearly, like, I even switched it in my save game, but it hasn't changed, so clearly it won't take effect till I think I go June, I think. Normally, if you change your season days in game, you gotta wait till the next season, so there, you know, you get your four seasons, so you gotta wait your so many months till you get there. Yeah, what was I saying about you? I forget now. Oh yeah, I said no one's in Discord, everyone's out partying. Legacy, the big partier he is, he's out drinking. That's what I was saying. And I'm gonna be getting off here as soon as I finish my stream, so see, I'll probably be on tomorrow night. See what I get done for some modding. I know, last few nights have come down and I haven't done anything. I'm like, man, let's watch some YouTube or something, play some other games. Every once in a while, that motivation just seems to dwindle a little bit. And usually physically need to go back and play the game a little bit, get my motivation back. Then I'm good to go. It's a love-hate relationship. Oh, I see. So you're busy. Yeah, Ram conferences, eh? Well, didn't I say I was going to return this after I emptied it? Well, apparently that's... I guess we're gonna return it at the end of the season. I'm done with it. Go back to our old school seed hawk. Or Vaterstad bottom out. It's still a nice drill for sure, but... That field is done. Now, what brings down my steering wheel? Which mouse button is it? That switches my screens. I don't know what that does. Just wanted my steering wheel down close to me, you know? Get out of here without going in the ditch. That's... Car's kind of right in my way to see my tank. We made it. Hey, you know what? Everyone gets white, man. It's understandable. The other night I came down and I instantly fell asleep. I was trying to do something. Excuse me. And I instantly fell asleep and I'm like, wow. You know you've had a long day when you come down and try and jump your computer and do some farm sim and you fall asleep. That is for sure. I'm gonna have to redo my darn yard again. Darn it. I mean, all my yard's still there. It's just got crop on top of it, so I feel like that crop's not going to go away. But I think the next field's going to be this field behind us. It's kind of 3 fields, but I'm going to combine them into 1. Go be parked here for now anyway. This tank's getting a little dirty, but not a lot. Oh, I guess it is. It's just this stuff was the dust so much more. Now, can I get rid of these peas? We'll find out. Can't. I'm gonna be upset. Wow, now I can't paint over these peas. Great. Oh, man. I don't know how we're going to get rid of these peas. I guess I'm maybe just going to have to harvest them. Oh, boy. That's going to be fun. Can't even get rid of them with the leveling tool. Man, oh, man. Oh, the flower trick works. We gotta do the flower trick. I don't know why I have to do this for everything, but apparently we gotta do the flower trick. Feel like this is really ass backwards, but it's absolutely ridiculous. This is what I have to do to get rid of the crop, but hey. What I gotta do. Crop's gotta go. But I'm gonna do this off camera, so you guys don't need to watch that. So. Yes, you do. But you know what? If you don't got time, you don't got time. That's another time, another day. You'll get to when you get to it. Anyway, stream, that's going to be it for me. So, hopefully we can do this a little more frequent again before we get seeding. I'm hoping to do some more single player recording and editing, but you know, that takes time, and I don't. If the boys are playing multiplayer, I usually like to be on there. So I don't like to be playing single player too much, but sometimes it is a nice break for sure. So you betcha, Chris. Planting flowers, we'll get her. But thanks everybody for watching, and have a good night, and we'll see you in the next one.